What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy LMD with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back with another daily trade review. Reviewing trades from a fairly decent day in the market today. It was a profitable day, but I would not say that it was a professional trading day. And you might ask, what do I mean by that? Kind of contemplated that pretty much this all morning. Like, I'm profitable, but I am not trading at a professional level right now. And kind of want to go a little more in detail on it than I am today, because I think that can kind of make this video kind of run out a little bit. But I'm not trading professional. I'm not being patient, which I think is one of the attributes of a professional trader. You have to be you have to be patient. I'm sorry. You got to be patient. You got to be disciplined. You have to trust the process. You have to trust the system. And lately, I have not been doing that on any of my trades. If these trades that I take don't pop immediately, I call it being fidgety. And that's actually, I think, a word that Jared Wesley has used for himself, is that he know he's not the type of person that can sit and wait on a trade to go 3R or 5R. So he found that 2R is his sweet spot. Me, even 2R at times could be a little fidgety. I'm like, man, I'm up 1R. And that thing will come back and I'm like, oh, it's going against me. And I will move my stop and I will get out of the trade, and then it will take off, and then I'm sitting there watching it go. And then sometimes I'm trying to get back in as it's moving, which is a no-no because I've already missed the move. Or I won't even say I missed the move because I was in the trade during the move. But the move has gone by me now, and now I'm chasing, and I'm either making a few dollars off the trade or it's coming back and it's stopping me out. A lot of times that's the biggest thing. I'm getting in with my stop already in the move, and then it'll come back down and stop me out. So that's just something that I don't think you can be taught that. That's not something that you could be taught. It's just something that you have to build on. And it's something that I am working on. But let's go ahead. Let's get the thumbnail watch list pulled up. Let's do that. Bam. And then we will look at TRADERVUE. So this here is what we were watching today. Had a fairly full thumbnail watch list. We had Bed Bath Beyond on there. We got a trade on that. Tesla. Nothing on Tesla. We was thinking Tesla was going to stay above the previous high of day. Nope. Just crushed. And Tesla is hard to borrow, so I cannot short this thing. We can see that right there. Tesla is HTB. I can only short ETBs. So you'll never see an HTB down here in this short ideas area. If it is, it's a mistake. But Tesla just flushed. And that was the market. The market, if you look at most of these charts, none of these really stayed strong. FSLR took a couple of trades on this one. This was part of the problem this morning. EW, nothing here. Phase, nothing there. APRN. This is one that I put on the watch list fairly late at the open. And look at what this thing did. This is the only one that really bucked the system. If you look at what the markets did, this is that relative strength. The markets are tanking and this thing is running. So when the market finally tried to make a little move, it just accelerated that. I didn't get anything in on this. I was done at 10:30. Really, I think I was done around 10 o'clock, to tell you the truth. Plug. Got a little one in on this. This was late in the morning. One of those risking 10, maybe $20 trades. NVDA, we got a good trade on this. Wait till we watch this one on the video and take a look at it in TRADERVUE. XOP. XOP was another one of those late morning trades, I want to say. Just risking like 10 bucks on it. CF, Con, and PXD. These five were all short ideas. These five were all short ideas. And as always, we're going to have the markets on there to see how they're reacting, or how the stocks are reacting to the market. So we see the market flushed. Everything pretty much flush with it. So that's what we were watching. We'll go ahead. We'll pull up TRADERVUE. Take a look at what we were trading and what we made today. Reviewing trades for Tuesday, August 30th. We took 6 trades, closed P&L 135. We took our last trade at 10 o'clock. That's what I thought. I figured I was done by 10. Actually, after NVDA was pretty much done. These two here was just, won't call them scalps, but they were small risks trades. Not trying to really give back no profit, with the market doing what it was doing. One other thing, I did trade yesterday. Didn't do a video on it. I was traveling. Was down in the University of Florida City. If anybody college fans, down in Gainesville, Florida yesterday. But took 4 trades, closed P&L 94 bucks, and only traded PDD. Good trade here that I lost money on. I want to say that's a good trade. Let's take a peek at it. And then this will be the only one we look at. Nah, didn't really. Oh, that's what it was. I got out of it. Look at that. I got in right there. In right there. Out right there for a small loss because I got slippage on the way out. And this thing hammered. This is part of my problem. This is part of the problem that I talk about. If I have faith in the trade, let that trade work. Don't get, look at that. The next candle, look at the 2 minute. The next candle and this thing was off to the races. Next candle and it was off to the races. So that was Tuesday. But let's go back to, oh, I'm sorry, that was Monday. Let's go back to today, though. Let's go back to Tuesday. Take a peek at these this morning. Lost $7.50 on this trade. Watch this, y'all. And I think I have already swapped the chart over because I had started this video. I had a phone call come in and I had to stop it and restart it. But let's see. Yeah, I did. I'm going to change this real quick because I don't really want y'all to see it. There we go. Take a peek at this, y'all. Don't really see nothing on the 5. You don't really see nothing on the 1. You see this came back and it stopped, or on nothing on the 2. See, it came back, stopped me out. But let's switch this to the 1 minute. Now look at it. Entry there. Stop right there. We've got just about 1 R in this move. We'll scroll down, look at the numbers here in a second. This easily was going to hit target on this candle coming back up. Let's see. Perfect. Look at that. We were up 1 R. Now this one did kind of add a little worry to it. This did add a little worry to it. But you see, we were risking $1 because we were up 75. So we was risking $1 to make $2. This thing easily hit target. We caught slippage coming out, so we lost $7. You'll see why the next trade, or when we get to that trade. BBBY. Let me see if I switch this one over, and if so, I'm going to change it back to, yep, I did. All right, made $4.50 on this. $5 chart, or 5 minute chart doesn't serve nothing. This one here, like I said, I didn't already kind of was going over this one and I got called. Looking at it, initially it looked like a good entry. And then I looked and I saw how long this candle right here was, that red candle. So criteria for a 3-bar play under the live traders system is first or second candle of a move from a non-extended area. So this is not really extended because the market is opening. Second candle, upper half of the first candle. So this candle is not in the upper half of the first or second candle. So that kind of makes this not really valid for a 3-bar play. But we getting in right there. We sitting our stop right there. This thing kind of just peekabooed up, rolled over. Let's look at it on the 1 minute. So this is one of those ones where it was a halfway decent exit. I'm sorry, we are on the 1 minute. So there we go. I'm like, we're not on the 1 minute. What are you talking about? So even on the one, this is one of those, it's one of those kind of iffies. It's kind of iffies. And actually it looked like it may have gotten in a hair bit early. We'll have to look at this on the video because we did record today. But got out fairly break even. Fairly break even. So you see, our max is what we got out on. And this is one that I may have once I got in, was like, nah, this is not a good trade. Because this is not one that we stopped out on. This is one that we just got out of. So we'll have to look at that one on the video. Second trade on FSLR. Made $27. This was a revenge trade, y'all. This was a revenge trade. Took this one. You're not going to really see a pattern. And you see how I kind of got out of it quick. Got in as it broke this area, knowing that it was going to give a little pop. And I was upset that they took me for $7. Again, max unrealized is 27. I just got out of it. It never went against us though. But look, it was not a real solid trade. This thing hit and just rolled back over. So that trade was really just to get my $7 back. And I got to quit doing that. I really do. Got this fascination about being green on a stock. If I go red, I got to just get back green and I got to get out of that. Next trade, NVDA. This was the trade of the day, or it really could have been the trade of the day. Let me see. Okay, charts are good on this one. Getting in on this one as it's breaking this area. Stop is up there. We know that this is going to be a fairly tight stop, or not a fairly tight stop, but fairly tight area to the first. It was not quite enough to get 2R out of it. We're going to see that when I scroll down. But look at what it did. Look at what it did. I knew this area was going to act as a little area of concern. And I've said this in other videos. Just because it's an area of concern does not mean that I need to get out of the trade. Just because it's an area of concern does not mean I need to get out of the trade. So this thing came to that area of concern. I moved my stop. I got out. And look at what that thing did. It just, whoo. We were up 120. We were so close to target. It only went against us $11. That's the type of trade you want to see. So once it moved, it moved. But look where we got out at. I'm sure this candle right here is target. I'm sure this 2-minute candle is target. So we left $50 on the table on that trade right there, y'all. And then those last two trades, not really gonna worry about. We'll take a peek at it. Again, risking $10. That's all we were risking on this one right here. Got in a little late. The entry should have been right here. You can put the stop there, or you can give it a very wide stop. I probably would have put the stop right there. Getting in as it breaks that area. This probably gave 2R. But you see, I got out basically for 1R. I was risking $10 on this trade. It was up 1760. So this, let's see. I doubt it would have hit. It might have hit 20 right there because we was risking 10. When this came back down, I'm sure over here in these candles, it would have. And like I said, I need to just work on being patient. Need to work on being patient. And then this one here, got out of this one because this was a key area on the chart that it just kind of kept fighting. It would not break. Don't see a clean entry on that chart. I could see it here. Getting in right there. Stop right there. We never would have gotten stopped out. Never would have gotten stopped out. And we would have hit target somewhere around 11 o'clock. So another good trade. Another good trade. By this time, I was done though. What time did we get out of that trade? 10:09. We was in the market 40 minutes. And I was just like, all right, I'm good. I'm content with what we made on the day. But let's go ahead. Let's get the video pulled up. Let's get the video pulled up and we can see how we were performing in these trades. All right, there we go. There we go. Get this out of the way and let's get rocking and rolling. All right, so we getting the video going right as the market is opening. Let me come back over here. I will pull up our first trade. We got in at 9:33. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of speed this up. Right here, we just kind of flipping through, looking at the charts. And we did miss a couple of trades on being a little late today. And that was one of the, when I thought about professional traders and like I say, me being just a profitable trader, went to a couple of sites just seeing what other people had to say about professional traders. And while this is doing that, I'm going to pull up a couple of them as we kind of watching this thing play out, if y'all don't mind. Let's see, do I have it? I have it on this computer. So I thought I saved it, but I don't see it. I don't see that it made it over on Dropbox. But see, we're here watching FSLR, watching the 2 minute because it's looking like it's setting up for a 2 minute 3-bar play. So you see, we put the bracket in. This candle here still has 40 cents, 30, or not 40 cents, but about 40 seconds before it forms. But it's still a fairly valid entry off of the 1 minute. So that's why I didn't mind that triggering. Had I waited for the 3-bar play, I would have just missed that trade. It would not have triggered. Or I shouldn't say it wouldn't have triggered. It's invalid now because it's no longer a 3-bar play. But on the 1 minute, still was looking good. So still was a decent trade. You see, up about 50, 60. Look, we're up 1R already. On that first initial pop, we were already up 1R. But it just didn't have the strength to keep going. And that's why I was like, uh-oh. But I switch over because I do see Bed Bath & Beyond looking like it wanted to set up for a 2 minute 3-bar play. And you see, getting my numbers there. That's where that candle needed to stay at, right there. right here. Okay, this trade is no longer valid. And we can come over at the 1 minute and look at it and see it. This candle broke the low of that candle. You don't want to see that. So this trade is no longer a valid trade. But we still were looking at it. Still looking at it and like, come on, man. We're just going to continue to watch it. I'm trying to see if I can find where I found, like I said, I went to a couple of websites. One of them was Investopedia. So just gonna go through a couple of these while we're watching this trade play out, if y'all don't mind. Again, not a valid trade because this is broken below half of that, and this candle's broken below that. Would have wanted this to kind of just consolidate over. But one of the first things that they say a professional trader, and this is from Investopedia, is to stick to your discipline. Discipline can't be taught in a seminar or found in expensive trading software. That's so true. And there we go. We put our order in, it triggered us in. Like I said, just looking at it, not a valid trade. Come up to the 5. Look at all this junk to the left. And that's probably one of the reasons why I was like, oh, why did we take this trade? But it's trying to fight. It's trying to fight. But that is too much junk. That is too much junk to the left. It finally makes that little move. I'm kind of like, well, maybe it might is gonna work. Let's see. Let me look at something real quick. Cause I thought this, yeah. It's saying, so TRADERVUE is a little off on this one. It's saying that the max unrealized was $4.50. We clearly see that this trade was up $37. But you see the slippage, you see where that thing was up here and it came in all the way down to where the stop was at. Stopped us out for a break-even trade. And now I see, let's go back there. Let's watch that. Let's watch that. Let's pause that. You see those lines I got marked on the chart? You see those lines? Look at where that thing came to. Right up to 15.15. That's what we were seeing real time. But again, looking over to this up here to the left on the 5, and you're not going to see it on the 2 minute without the pre-market turned on. Not going to see it on the 1, and you're not going to see it on the 10. That's why I keep pre-market turned on one of my charts, and I like it turned on the 5 minute. Here, oh, this thing has smooth sailing. Think about had I not had these lines on the chart. It's like, oh, this has smooth sailing just to keep going. But I had the areas marked, and you see they're marked. Look what they're doing on this pre-market area right there. Those are them 2 lines. So that's why it's key to mark the charts in the morning and then also know what's out there to the left. Because again, without pre-market, and I don't like pre-market on all my charts because it'll kind of clutter the charts up. But at least on one of these charts, you should have that pre-market turned on to be able to see what's out there to the left. So better understanding now on 1, why the trade didn't work, and 2, why we got out of it. And I need to figure out why TraderVue is not giving out good information today, because we were clearly up about 37 bucks on this trade, which wouldn't have got out of it up there, but makes all the difference in the world when you know context, and that's what we know there. But that was our second trade. But let's go back to some of these rules. 20 rules followed by professional traders. So that first one, stick to your discipline. Second one, and this one is kind of interesting. This is an interesting one. I would like to know how some of the YouTubers out there feel about this one, that either trade live on YouTube or they watch YouTube videos. Number 2, lose the crowd. Long-term profitability requires positioning ahead of or behind the crowd, but never in the crowd, because that's where predatory strategies target. Stay away from stock boards and chat rooms where people are less than serious, and many of them have ulterior motives. That's an interesting one right there. I enjoy sitting in RT's chat room, but I don't think anyone in that chat room has ulterior motives to why they're in there, or why they are, why they're posting things up in there. Third one, engage your trading plan. Update your trading plan weekly or monthly to include new ideas and eliminate bad ones. Go back and read the plan whenever you fall in a hole and are looking for a way to get out. It's interesting. Number 5, avoid the obvious. Profits rarely come from following the majority or the crowd. When you see a perfect trade setup, it's likely that everyone else sees it as well, planting you in the crowd and setting you up for failure. That one I don't really agree with. With technical analysis, the patterns are the patterns. We missed that one though. I'm over here flapping my gums. Let's watch this one. You see this here? No pattern. We just got in and moved our target down to make that $7 back. Put it inside of where the high was, because we knew it would pop back up at least to that. Went up a little bit higher, but that's what that trade was about. So, all right, let's see what time our next trade was, because I knew those first 3 would all be fairly quick. Okay, NVDA is 1 minute, so we're good. We don't really have to scroll. And let's see. Let's read a couple of more of these. Won't read all of them. Number 8 on the list, or number 7, says avoid market gurus. It's your money at stake, not theirs. Keep in mind that the guru might be talking up their own positions. Hoping the excited chatter will increase their profits and not yours. Interesting. Number 8, use your intuition. Trading using the mathematical and artistic sides of your brain. Number 9, this is one that you hear all the time. Don't fall in love. Don't fall in love, not with your woman, but with a stock. Don't fall in love with a stock. Number 10, organize your personal life. Number 11, don't try to get even. Ooh, don't talk about me like that. Don't try to get even. Don't try to make up for a losing trade by trading more. Revenge trading is a recipe for disaster. Again, I'm not trading like a professional trader, and that's my goal. That is the ultimate goal. Number 12, watch for warnings. Big losses rarely occur without multiple technical warnings. The chart talks to you. Let's go back. I'm over here bumping my gums. Let's take a peek at this entry real quick. And then we'll get back to bumping gums again. So NVDA entry on this one. And you see I'm late. I should have gotten triggered in right there, but this is kind of giving me a second chance because it's also saying if this continues to go higher, you got saved. But if it breaks this area again, you know you're in a good trade. And now I see why I kind of got in a little early. Remember I said I got in early? It was already triggered in. So it's almost like I got a little discount. You see we had our stop at 50, our target at 80, which was just above previous low of day. Look, this one is still giving a little worry, but did you just see that big old jump? This is another one. This was one that I just truly slept on. When I say I be sleeping on them, should have been getting in this one. This little, just give a little bit of worry. But this thing hammered right through that. We're back over looking at NVDA and watch this thing, y'all. Watch that, watch that, watch that. But I'll read a couple of these other ones while we're watching the chart. Number 13, tools don't think. Some traders try to make up for insufficient skills with expensive software, pre-packaged with all sorts of proprietary buy and sell signals. Really, all we need to be watching, even these moving averages and the VWAPs, those are nice, but we shouldn't be using those to enter a trade. They just give confirmation on getting in a trade. And I firmly believe that. That's something that Jared over at Live Traders preaches. It's another one that I just wasn't on my game on getting in this one. This was on the short list too, but look how strong that thing was. But back to like the moving averages. Really, the only thing that we should be watching is price action and volume. Indicators are lagging. These react. The moving averages, they react to. And look at that thing. Did y'all see that bad boy pop? And I guess I can't be too mad. I had the target set right there because I knew that previous low of day would act as a little resistance. It was going to cause this to come back up. And that's exactly what it did. So now I kind of understand the trade. Like I said, and that's the good thing about recording these trades. I can come back and watch them and kind of understand my mindset. Just looking at a chart, unless I just kind of know about it and I'm writing it down, it's kind of hard to get the big picture. But actually looking at the trade as it's working, I'm like, okay, I kind of see what my mentality was in this. Kind of see it. And that's the other thing, like just looking at on TRADERVUE, you saw this candle over here, but you wouldn't have seen that previous low of day was right there. And that's what kind of made me worry that this was going to possibly pivot and then maybe go back down, but I didn't want to sit through the pivot. And now I'm just trying to get $100 out of the trade. Actually, realistically, was trying to get 1R because you see I put that right there at 1. You see how close it came to tapping, and then moved it down, stops me out, and just like always, that thing just hammers. But after those trades, I was like, I'm good. I'm good with that. One, I'm trusting my trades. And look at that. What did I tell you? Look at that. we would have hit target. We would have made 150 off of that trade in that candle right there. Look at that. So that's the thing that we have to fight ourselves with. And look at it continue to go. Just nasty, nasty, nasty. But we're gonna wrap this one up, y'all. I don't think I want to review those last two. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I posted I left like maybe $200 on the table. Think about had I been managing this out 2-minute bar by bar. So stop would have been right there. Could have brought I would have brought the stop. No, could have. I would have brought the stop down to right there. And look at this thing just go. Man, 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 man. That is just crazy. And I'm done looking at it. We about to shut this one down, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the recap. I try to keep these right around 30 minutes. Sometimes it's a little harder. Sometimes it's easy if it's only 1 or 2 trades. But hope y'all enjoyed the recap. Hope y'all enjoyed the conversation on being a professional trader. I'm gonna just read these other ones real quick. They say forget the Holy Grail. We already talked about that one. Ditch the paycheck mentality. We're taught to grind through the work week for a paycheck. This pay for effort reward mentality is at odds with the natural flow of trading, wins and losses during the course of a year. In fact, statistics indicate that most annual profits are booked on just a handful of trading days. I would also add to that one, like, we trade not to sit in front of the computer all day. I don't want to sit here no more than 2 hours in the morning. So that's what I would go with that one. And they say 252, the number of actual trading days during a typical calendar year, as most markets are closed for holidays and weekends. So don't count your chickens. It is okay to feel good about a trade that's going your way, but the money isn't yours until you close out or cover the position. Lock in what you can as early as you can with trailing stops or partial profits. So the hidden hands of the market can't pickpocket your gains at the last minute. Number 18, embrace simplicity. Focus on price action. There we go, price action. Understanding that everything else is secondary. I just said that. Go ahead and build complex technical indicators while keeping in mind that their primary function is to confirm or refute what your eye already sees. Just said that. 19, make peace with losses. Trading is one of the few professions where losing money every day is a natural path to success. Every trading loss comes with an important market lesson if you're open to the message. Also, know when to quit and take a break from trading. Accept the losses, take time to regroup, and then come back to the market with a new perspective. That one there is key. I notice when I'm in the moment and I'm taking losses on trades, it's easy for me to get, you get tunnel vision, you get that twilight zone. When I get up and I just walk away and I accept the loss and I just say, all right, let's come back again the next day. In the morning when I sit back down, my mind is good. My mind is good. And then number 20, beware of reinforcement. Active trading releases adrenaline and endorphins. These chemicals can produce feelings of euphoria, even when you're losing money. Bam. In turn, this encourages addictive personalities to take bad positions just to get the rush. Keep your trading to achieve a rush and excitement. But let me read that again. If you're trading to achieve a rush or excitement. You're probably trading for the wrong reasons. That's key. That's that tunnel vision. So I think I'm gonna take these and make a plaque. I think I'm gonna make these and make a plaque, and you might see it back there on my wall behind me. That's some good information right there. Maybe reword them a little bit more, a little better. I'll flop back over real quick. Let me see which button is it. Boom. Just to take a peek at this one's XOP. That's a good clean chart right there, y'all. That entry right there. Missed it though. Watched it happen. That would have been a good entry. That would have been a good entry. We was looking at APRN. All right, we're good. I don't want to watch all these charts. I just want to look at that one. So let's get it back over there. But on that note, we're going to wrap this one up. We had 40 minutes. We talked another 6 minutes right then. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. Please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Watch this journey, y'all. Watch this journey. We can come back 2-3 years from now and say we are actually professional traders. The goal is to be profitable. That's the first goal. First goal is to be profitable. But once we become profitable, let's make this thing our profession. And look at that word, profession. In order for it to be profession, you got to be professional when you're doing it. So that is what my goal is, to become a professional trader. And that don't mean that I'm trying to trade other people's money. That just means that I am being a professional in what I am doing. And on that note, I am out of here. Peace.